Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you guys are watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am glad you are all here. I want to take a quick second and thank anybody who's made it in here and say I appreciate you taking the time to watch my knife and EDC content. I really do. All I ask is if you haven't had a chance and you're so inclined, if you please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, it'll really help me out. And I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all the channel members for supporting the channel. You guys, it means the world to me. And today I want to remove the tippy hair and talk about this little EDC fixed blade that I bought from White Mountain Knives and I've been carrying now for a while and wanted to give my thoughts on it. This, guys, is the Kansept Korvid S. So the Kansept Korvid has been around in a lot of iterations, in like a super tiny knife, a super big knife, all folding. And then it was never a knife that I was attracted to. It was never a knife that I had really any interest in. And then I saw the fixed blade version. And one of my weird weaknesses is EDC fixed blades. And this is going to be on the larger side of an EDC fixed blade for me. It's not a large knife by any means, but it is amazingly comfortable in the hand. So this is their premium Korvid S, which has some kind of weird carbon fiber handle and S35 VN blade steel. And it goes for like 99 bucks. And then there is what I consider a really good valued one. I think it's about $69 that has either micarta or G10 handles and a 14C 28N blade. So it does come in a couple of price points. And where the folding one never did anything for me, therefore I never experienced it, I really missed out on the things that make this knife special: a great chopper, a great prep knife, a great EDC cutter, because it's just lined up and almost like it's designed to fit in my hand. What I don't know, and I should know, and I'm going to find out while we're here, who this designer is. Koch Tools. So this is a Koch Tools co-design, K-O-C-H. That's my little Meritech sapphire titanium magnifying glass that my old eyes use for blade steels and shit like that. But anyway, so the Kansept Korvid S, the little fixed blade version of the Kansept Korvid. It is an extremely slicey knife. It has been wearing out cardboard. It has chopped down bamboo. And it has not been resharpened. So it's a very sharp knife. I'm a fan of S35VN. I'm not one of those people that think it's, again, I'm not the steel guy, but when I saw this knife at White Mountain Knives for 99 bucks with carbon fiber and S35VN, and I could use my Javon 10 discount and get, $9 off of that. There goes Tippy. Say hello, Tippy. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer for me to try out, right? It came with, and it comes with, a little kind of like a concealment clip, so you carry it vertically. That's the way it comes. I've actually, because in my back pocket it's a little thick, so I put some horizontal straps on it and I carry it on my appendix because it's short enough for that. But it is just turned out to be a winner, right? Not something that I expected to be a winner, but I'm really pleased with it. It's got G10 liners. It's got this nice choil, which is just really for looks, but you can chop with it. You can cut. Let's get some cardboard. I don't have a lot of cardboard, guys, and you know me, I don't do cut tests, but this is a box that a knife came in. Duh. And it's kind of good to play with knives. And then what it also will do is it'll probably give you guys reason to tune in, reason to subscribe, because each video could have a serious hand cut if I'm cutting cardboard, because I'm not a hard use guy, but I do break down a lot of Amazon boxes and stuff like that. And this little guy is thick enough to chop bamboo. And I'm talking bamboo that's like this thick is the stuff that I chop in my backyard. And it's got a really nice blade stock. A little bit on the weighty side. The balance is going to be, I think, really good. You kind of split that choil is where your balance point is. So in the hand, especially with the jimping for one type of cut, and then the roll for kind of more that food prep, if you'd like. Let's do a couple of things real quick. Before we do size comparisons, I'm curious what our blade stock is. So 0.1200, 0.1200, that comes down with a flat grind down to, what's that, 19 thousandths, 0.0190. Yeah, 0.020. So I think it's got good cutting geometry. I think it's thick enough to get jobs done. If I was on a campsite or a hike and I needed to feather stick with this, or I needed to cut some light brush out of the way, it's got that cleaver feel. But you do have this point like you saw me use on that cardboard that'll get into boxes, that'll get into really anything you need it to. Nice KYDEX sheath that has really good retention points because of the way they integrated. That's the snap. There's absolutely no rattle. And that's something I really appreciate, especially in a value. I consider Kansept, even in their S35VN, an under $100 fixed blade to kind of come into that value range, right? So let's look at it next to our Sawtooth Dave Wicked Ground Cold Steel 4max, which it's going to be smaller than. And let's look at it next to our Civivi Baby Banter, which is bigger than. And we will look at it next to our Benchmade Bug Out, which is going to be a little shorter than. So there's no real reason to break out our Paramilitary 2. But we can break out a Sharpie. So it's going to be larger than the Sharpie. Let's look at it next to a couple of fixed blades you might be familiar with, one of which is the Bradford Guardian 3. So that comes in real close. The Bradford Guardian 3 is about the size. So if you look at the Combat Beads Scout 2.5, it's right in that same size, right? So those are knives that are going to be very close to the length. Of course, the Guardian 3 is going to have a much thicker handle. And then if we look at it next to my little EDC everyday knives, it's going to be larger than my Apprentice, and going to be much larger than my Chickadee. Again, this could be my primary carry knife. If I was camping or if I was hiking, it might be my fixed blade on top of my folder, but it could definitely be a standalone, get it done knife. So let's do a couple of quick measurements. Tell you guys what we're looking at. So I'm going to call that 6 3/4 inches. You do have a lanyard hole that I didn't point out there. However, my hand does not need anything. My finger, I guess if I had a much bigger hand and my finger came back here, I could see a lanyard being very useful. But at 6 3/4 inches, you've got a blade this tall. So it's 1.5 inches in height. It's going to be 3 inches with a 2.5 inch cutting area. And your handle is going to be 3 3/4 inches where I grabbed it is right under 3.5 inches. So from right here to right here is right under 3.5 inches. If I measure to the back there, you're at 4.25. So 4.25 from here to here, if that was your grip. But yeah, guys, a nice little package. I think if I had ordered the micarta and the 14C, it might have been a little lighter. This one's not heavy, but I don't think the carbon fiber is going to be any lighter than the micarta. And maybe it wouldn't be, because again, it's got a thick blade and it's full tank construction. So 4.25 ounces. Whoops. Yeah, 4.2 ounces, 4.25 ounces. I've got a couple of Amazon straps on there. Its pack weight is right at 5.9 ounces. So on my belt, that's a non-issue. But again, it's like I said, it's much more knife than my urban assault carries, right? Than these little guys. But at the same time, it's capable of a lot more stuff. So it'll also open packages, but I can also feather stick. I can do some outdoorsy stuff. I could probably baton this through wood if I needed to get some kindling for a fire that I was trying to start. So very pleased with it. Kansept Korvid S, designed by Koch Tools, Inc. in S35VN and micarta. I picked it up at White Mountain Knives. If you guys go to White Mountain Knives, you can go there. I'll put a couple of links. I might have an affiliate link for this. If I do, I'll put that in the description. I do have a lot of affiliate links now. I'm not going to pollute them everywhere. I'll put them on my link tree, and I'll let you guys know that they're available in the description. But I'll also link White Mountain, and just use Google. Feel free to use Google. If you want to help the channel and the knife's in stock and you want to use the link, I'd appreciate it. But guys, I love you all. I'm glad you take the time to come in and watch the videos. Whether you ever get a knife, I'm just trying to show you knives to show you what I like. These are knives I bought. This is a guy that I wanted to pick up. I had this long before I got an affiliate link, which came just very recently. But anyways, neither here nor there. Guys, last favor, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Always, always choose debate, not hate. And thank you, Joe Isabella, as always, for the killer Be Up memorabilia. Guys, I love you all. Be up.